Greetings, everyone. We're closing in on the end of the year here. We're going to close it out with some War of the Spark because chat has spoken, and War of the Spark continues to win the what are we going to play polls over Eldraine. I think there's some Eldraine fatigue and some maybe some love for War of the Spark that I wasn't aware of. But if you want to... some love that I am aware of, that you are aware of, you know where I'm going with this. Card Kingdom is a place that I love to get your physical Magic gear. I was telling people last week I'm cube drafting tonight. I maintain a vintage cube, and I started that when I was working at Wizards of the Coast, and we introduced cubing to Magic Online, and as part of making the cubes for Magic Online while I was at Wizards, I built them in paper to test them and have them and whatever. That turned me into a cube maintainer, and so I have a vintage cube, and I'm taking it over to my buddy Adam's house tonight for some vintage cubing with Marshall and Kenji and John Laux and Brian Wong, a whole cast of characters that a lot of you are familiar with. They're going to be hanging out drafting my cube tonight, and I wouldn't have been able to complete it without Card Kingdom. I put in a big order for some missing cards and polished off the final, because I haven't updated the cube in a few sets, so I need some stuff from the new sets, and it's going to be a blast. Yeah, I've told Marshall he should use it as fodder for one of his, since he doesn't have GPs anymore to do those kind of hangout video logs. He could do a vlog of that. Yeah, we could just do an episode of LR. That'd be funny. Anyway, I don't know if Marshall will do that, but this was my I'm in the middle of pitching Card Kingdom. My point is, of course, that Card Kingdom, I kind of waited to the last minute, but I knew I didn't need to worry about it because Card Kingdom would have everything I needed, and they would get it to me immediately, and it would be no problem, and it wasn't. And I thank Card Kingdom for helping me finish up my cube. All right. Let's jump in. 5,000 here. Tamiyo, I'm in on Tamiyo. First pick, easy peasy. Draft view. Talking about the swingy nature of this format, I mean, planeswalkers are swingy in and of themselves, but all these rare planeswalkers are basically, they play like mythics in terms of their power level, so it's like, it feels like a set with with 25 extra mythics. All right, let's take Tamiyo.
Every story is an opportunity for new data.
Another rare available to us, but I'm not into the Arc Bow like I am into Tamiyo, and would prefer to look elsewhere if there's anything even remotely viable, although maybe we just take gems here. You can maybe play this, but this is not... This is a bad pack. Maybe we just take the Wanderer. Playable. I think it's playable. You just have to know what your game plan is, and even then you're going to miss sometimes. But if you can stall the game to the point where pitching a land and missing or whatever isn't just going to lose you the game, then it can take over with a long-term advantage. Yeah, I don't love white either. That's why I'm hesitant to take the Wanderer. What do you think here? This is a crappy pack. We could just take Wolf or the Crunchy Crunch. I guess if the pack is this crappy, we should just take gems, right? I mean, let me see, make sure we have 4. Yeah, we have 4. I'm just gonna take gems. Maybe we end up playing it. Maybe we find the right mix or whatever, but didn't feel like it was worth it there. Wow, this is, and then we have an amazing pack. Can you believe, look at these packs back to back. We have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
Thank you for the sub. 5 picks here that I would love. 1 that's fine, and last pack had basically nothing. I mean, we'll take Kasmina, but the difference between these 2 packs is pretty bonkers.
I'm brilliant, so do try to keep up.
And that's why there's variance in sealed. Spark Harvest, or a first black card, first white card. Take Time Twist to reset these sweet planeswalkers. This will come around, though. We don't need to prioritize Time Twist. I think we just take Spark Harvest. and see where we go from here. Take Saratok too. Your daughter, Quincy, welcome. Glad to have you here, Quincy. Everyone here's a big fan of your mom. I hope you are too. Anyway, yeah, are we just taking Spark? I think we're just taking Spark Harvest. Just don't like it as a third color, but you know what you gonna do. Pretty easy Callous Dismissal here. Tithebearer, fine black card. Guild Globe could help us with the potential splash here. I really like a Tithebearer, but at 6 you don't need to prioritize it. The Bacon is interesting because we do have a Tameo we might splash, but oh, did I miss a box? No, I can't tell. Sorry. I always call the beacons bacon, but I think we'll just take the globe here. Globe, the bacon only fixes planeswalkers. Globe fixes everything, so let's take the more generic fixing. All right, here, let's go ahead and take a giant over transmutation. Another giant. Just take a snare spinner. Where are we at? I think we're at snare spinner here over second giant. I don't know if we're, it seems like we're pretty clearly blue. Don't know whether we're secondary green, secondary black. I kind of want to be secondary green anyway, because then you can branch out. We have a Guild Globe for splashing, so maybe we find some green color splash enablers. All right, Link is locked in. Strix, I can't bring myself to pick it here, Rob. It's not unplayable. It's just very replaceable in my mind, and I'd rather start with a spinner. Or not start, but take a spinner here. Man, every giant that we want is available to us, and every transmutation also available to us. I just don't like pushing on the 6s.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
You're not wrong, David, but if pack 2 has the green hookup, we could still be green for one powerful pack of it, and then take the leavings from pack 3 while we pick up blue there. Maybe I'll take the giant. I guess that's how little I like transmutation. Croc, we hope not to play. I should probably leave it in, though. Here, I'll leave all this stuff in. Who knows if it impacts our eventual decisions. Thank you for the sub, Walrus. Appreciate that. Using your Twitch Prime on me, I'm quite honored. Thank you. For those of you who don't know, if you have Twitch Prime and aren't using it to support the streamer of your choice, you really oughta. You can just, I think I started to make a post on how to do that so that I could start pitching it in chat. But basically, just, you know, if you're a Twitch Prime subscriber and you don't have it tied to your Twitch account, you're missing out on giving $5 of Jeff Bezos' money to somebody each month. Oh, awesome, Walrus. Glad you made it live. I'm not going to play a second Croc. I'll just take some Vault Progress. Love it. Love to hear YouTube friends making it to the live stream. Awesome that you found your way here. Welcome. $12 land, topping this curve at 3. I'm curious to see what a 12 land deck from Kyle looks like. Well, bad rare. We're not going to take a Mizium tank, obviously. We can take a Bloom Hulk if we... it was noted that despite... we have a lot of green cards, but green wasn't particularly open. These aren't good green cards, although it was good to see them late. Somewhat of a sign that they were there late. We could take Spellkeeper here or Bloom Hulk. Yeah, it might be the opening hand algorithm. I think if he got away with it, that's fine. But I think if you try to exploit it without knowing what it's doing, you're in dangerous territory. Anyway, let's figure this one out. I think I like the Bloom Hulk here over Gems. Or you can just take Gems too. I'll take Bloom Hulk. Bloom Hulk's definitely the EV pick. Just trying to figure out if Gems is the correct Gem EV pick. But Vic City, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. That's what I'm talking about. Tie those accounts together and throw some love at your favorite streamer or your third favorite, if that's me. Tyrant Scorn. We could be heading towards a splash here. Probably just Tyrant Scorn. There's nothing so good elsewhere in Sultai colors. I mean, we're definitely Sultai here, so I may as well just take the best Sultai card here, which is Scorn. See where we end up with that. Dreadhorde Butcher could represent some gems, but not really a playable. Here is another Tyrant Scorn. Thank you so much, Prof. It's just like, it's a Twitch Prime sub streak. Keep it going, folks. Love it. Thank you so much. Contentious Plan is solid, especially with the Planeswalkers to get some extra love onto with the counters, but another Tyrant Scorn seems good. Let's take Tyrant Scorn and really try and find the splash support. Yeah, and be just a Sultai deck here. Or we can abandon green. Maybe we, maybe like, let's see, Tamiyo, or we just splash Tamiyo. Blue-black splash Tamiyo is another way we can go here. So we still have a lot of stuff to figure out about exactly even what we're doing here. Maybe we have to make some decisions here because we have Aid the Fallen, which is nice with the double Planeswalker. I don't really like playing Aid the Fallen until you've got some Planeswalkers, like 3 Planeswalkers that you're happy to get back. And we have 2. We'll probably pick up a 3rd. So there's that. Finisher has proven its worth. Thing is, I don't, black is one of the question colors, although maybe they all are. Maybe that's the thing right now, is we don't even really know what color number 1 is. We just know that we're these 3. I think I'm going to take Finisher. I would like to pick up an Aid the Fallen, but I'm going to go with a straight-up creature there. Augur of Bolas doesn't look good in this deck. Tyrant Scorns and Callous Dismissals aside, we're still not going to have the quantity to justify an Augur here when we can just take something like Courage. Although Courage is pretty weak. Yeah, I'll take Courage, but they're both pretty weak, I suppose. All right, that's interesting. Mowu. Oh, we could take Dovin as well if we wanted to go more controlling. Just try and work towards Tamiyo or whatever, but I think I like Mowu. Get some counters on him. We'll be happy. I'm going to take a Visionary over a 3rd Giant. I really don't know what we're doing, though. I'm just kind of taking good Sultai cards, and we'll figure out our mana later, which is not the best strategy, I got to be honest, but here we are. We could take a Tibalt, which is late, and if we do end up with some additional generic 5-color fixing, like Guild Globes and the green land enchantments, we could even consider playing a card like Tibalt. I mean, what are we taking instead? Stealth Mission? Like, we're not going to play that. So we'll take Tibalt and remember that if we get the splash tools, we can consider bringing our friend Tibalt back in. Here's another Courage. I guess I'm going to go with first Grizzly over second Courage and put them... I'll put this in the main, but, I mean, Grizzly as a 2-3 for 3 is not embarrassing. It's just hasn't proven very good in terms of its activation. You rarely get anything from that. We'll take a no escape over that other one. Laptop. Well, it's all Sultai at least. They're all garbage, but it's Sultai garbage at least. I'd rather have 5/3 hexproof than 5/4, I think. Yeah, we can check curve. Oh, here's that aid. We'll take that. I don't like. Yeah, it doesn't. I'm never playing a wall of runes if I can help it. Another splash. I think we have to look for the 5-color deck now with that. Like, we don't even have any 5s, so we could slot it in there. Epiphany is nice. I think this is good enough that we have to take it and try to find some additional green fixing in before the end of the draft. If we don't, we cut it. We can also take Ral's Outburst and try to find, you know, again, fixing for the red. But I guess if we're just trying to find fixing to splash power, we should pick Tolsimir. So I'll take Tolsimir and see about, as I say, New Horizons, which we haven't seen yet. New Horizons often wheels. It's not guaranteed to wheel. How greedy are we going to be? Should we take New Horizons just to be dead certain? Or do we take Spark Harvester Bloomhulk here and stay on the power train? Take a look here. Maybe blue's becoming more of a splash here. I don't know. There's no early black besides Scorn, which is early blue too. I'll pull this one. How greedy are you guys? I think it's highly likely that New Horizons wheels or we get another one before the end of the pack, but maybe that's being too greedy even by my standards. So our options are Hulk, Horizons, Harvest, and I'll throw well, I was gonna throw Prison Realm in there, but honestly, if we want removal, we're taking Harvest. So Hulk, Horizons, or Harvest. Which H card are we taking here? Lots of support for the Hulk, some for the Horizons, and much, much less for the Spark Harvest. Dionysus, thanks. Good to have you back. Banana, thank you so much for the sub. All right, we'll be grown-ups, though. I'm going to be a grown-up and take the New Horizons. I want this Bloomhulk a lot, but New Horizons into Tolsimir is a pretty sweet play, and I don't want to miss it. And I do want to be able to cast 3 colors of cards in here, so we really need to ensure that we just ensure. You promise me this is going to wheel, great, but I don't want to risk it at all. That's how badly we need a New Horizons right now, I think. Now what, deck? We can go with a Bleeding Edge, but I actually just think Toll of the Invasion is the better black card here if we do that. And I think it's the correct play. We take Dambreaker. But I just think we take Toll and get really awkward with our mana. Yeah. All right, well, this kind of decides it, doesn't it? I mean, Epiphany is nice as well. Spark Harvest is here too. But we're going to snap up Death Sprout, make blue our splash color, and focus on green, black as our base. On that front, there's another Toll, but again, we are really heavily pushing 3 colors in a lot of ways, so I'm going to take Guild Globe here. Wrangler, interesting, is a 2-drop. I don't know what kind of support it has to get counters. Let's take a look at that. So if we took, because there's a Ceratok as well, which just fits right in. We don't really want this. We don't really want this. I'm thinking we don't even want this. We might. Probably not doing No Escape if blue is our splash. Not doing Erratic Visionary if blue is our splash. Callous Dismissal and Tyrant Scorn. All of that's probably worth it on the blue splash. I'm leaving Courage for now, but it probably doesn't make the cut. We're at 22 cards, and we're going to have to make some cuts. If we take Crunch, we get Crunch upgraded on Tithebearer, and what else? Bloomhulk? So not a ton, but not nothing. But maybe we just want a Ceratok. Cut all the Garbo. Well, I think I've cut most of the Garbo now. Okay, let's get back to this. Anyway, Crunch. I guess we'll take Crunch, but I kind of want this Ceratok. I really do. Not playing this Arcbow, though, I don't think. Let's take that out. Yeah, we do need early creatures. Okay, I'm sold. There's a Dam Breaker we can add, but let's just take a Nurturer. Getting a little crowded at 4, but this is a 4 that's doing what we need it to do. Another Globe, if we... yeah, that just kind of shores up. We can even bring in our that red splash if we wanted to consider it. I don't think Tybalt's necessarily worth it, but it was possible. We could also just take a black 2-drop. Because we have 2 Globes, New Horizons, and Nurture. So we got 4, and Death Sprout. I think we're covered. We're pretty good on supporting our blue splash now. So I think we go with a black card to actually fill out our 2s. And Opportunist has a better late game. Operative, 2 toughness is better than 1. And sometimes the evasion matters. Question is, do we need this as like a finishing tactic? And not really. We have powerful stuff to close it out. Big stuff. It's not amazing closeout power here, but yeah, actually I think I'm going to go to Opportunist because we don't have amazing closeout power. I'm going to keep this in mind, though. I'm going to take the Opportunist and I'll consider the Operative. But that was my thinking there. Basically, took it because it can close out a game that goes long, and we don't have obvious, like, oh, well, you've got that unblockable thing, so it just kind of unblockables your way to victory eventually, or whatever. Speaking of unblockable, we could take the Skulker for that, but see, now that's where I don't think we need that. We could take a Totally Lost and maybe play it. I guess I'll take Totally Lost and maybe play it, but probably not. Also, not going to play a second Courage, so I'll take a return. Yeah, not casting that Silverwing either. Let's take more Courage. Stinger, interesting. That might make the cut in our 3s. Maybe over the Grizzly. All right. 60 on the grind. Let me get this going. I plan to stream all week, by the way, including January 1st. I am not a big New Year's Eve party guy, so I will not be like hungover or sad on the 1st or anything. So I'm going to get up and play Magic. This is free to play. We are ranked. We are drafting War of the Spark. We have ended up in green, black, blue. And we paid 5,000 gold. No gems. We ground 60. And we're on the air. All right. What are we going to call this thing? We'll see. Yeah, I like the Stinger here in the middle. That's nice. Didn't get another Planeswalker. I think I'm going to cut Aid the Fallen. Although, you know, these are pretty good Planeswalkers to get, but we only have 2. Yeah, definitely a Totally Lost. We want to reduce our blue splash to the extent that we can. And then we're just 1 cut away. What is... Oh, Tulsimir. Yes. So Tulsimir is not splashable via Death Sprout, but it is splashable via Horizons, 2 Globes, and Nurturer. So we're not going to add a Plains for Tulsimir. Yeah, our best early interaction is blue, and that's not the best, but we're not going to cut these either, so it is what it is. We're looking to play Opportunist. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things we're happy to do on 2, though. Not ideal, but 5 is, you could do a lot worse than 5. So then let's look at our numbers here. We're at 12, 12, maybe cut a spell then, keep our creature count as high as we can. Maybe that means cut Courage, or even a Tyrant Scorn, cut a little bit of our splash. I think we just cut Courage though. Although Courage on Mowu is no joke, I get that. But I think Courage is our worst non-creature. What are we calling this? Sultai. I mean, counters. Oh, you mean in our deck? Do we do anything? New Horizons. And that's about it, though. You could make an argument for cutting Mowu, I suppose, given that. But I would want a creature in. Do you want to consider cutting Mowu for a different creature? At that point, we're talking about Primordial Worm or Crocodile. Yeah, Brainiac, I'm going to get there. Here, well, you come up with a name and the Mowu plan, and I will update the info while you guys help me with that. Fiddles, awesome. Thanks for the gifted sub. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Well, I updated my info and none of you helped me with anything. Yeah, Grizzly for Courage is interesting, but I just don't... I mean, we have a couple of cyclers, so it's not like we're at a strict 12 creatures in 24. It's more like we're 12 or 12 and 40. We're more like 12 and 38. But let's go... I don't want to put Sultai. It's too giveaway. Collecting War. I don't know. No, I'm not cutting the Vamp either. Definitely want to keep all these 2s. Well, none of you gave me a good name, so I'm using this crappy name. It's all your fault. Oh, I'm also cutting this and this to there, and then I think we can get away with 2 islands. Then that gives us 7 sources of blue. That's actually a lot. Oh, how about, see, I was trying to work on the collector thing, so we're going to call it garbage. Oops. That's a much better name. Well, 13, 14. 15, 16, 17. Death Sprout, 2/4, land enchant, 2 globes. Yeah, yeah. If I mean, this is a splashing lesson. Yes, these are 2-drops, but if we cast them on 5, that's fine, right? Like, here's how I think of our blue cards: is that we cast them on turn 5 along with one of these 3s, you know, something like that. But if these needed to be cast on 2 to be good, we would not be running them or not be splashing them. You can't splash stuff that you need to cast on 2 for it to be good. But I think it's a fine place to be. Let's give it a shot. Leaning on those globes a bit. I don't like only having 8 green sources when some of our fixing is green based, but the globes go a long way to helping that. Oh yeah, we can do par pole. If you want a par pole. Par pole. Those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, this is a golf term that basically means, what do you think the average expectation of number of wins for this deck is? If we were to play this deck out, play this event out a million different times, how many wins on average would we end up with? Now, this is just what we get, isn't it? Thing is, I want to keep it with a Wrangler, but that's not very grown up. We'll mulligan this and try to find a better mix. Like that, for example. We're going to keep this, ditch ourselves a Tidebearer Giant, and try and find our way to a Curve Out. Well, that helps. Right now we have Globe into Stinger into Kasmina, or into Mowu, if we can find some extra land. Not yet. Give us a land off the top, please. Now I want Nurturer on 4. Get Tidebearer on 5, and then protect Kasmina. Or we get stuck on 2 land, and Magic laughs at us for a bit. But it's okay, we're going to drop another Globe, find a land, play it, then find another land, and play that Nurturer on time, right? Library? Magic being magic. And War of the Spark being War of the Spark. Yeah, let me switch that overlay, thank you. Well, we got our land. We'll see if it's too late. That's a pretty big game right there. We do have Vraska's Finisher, though, so maybe we get there on that front. We'll drop a Stinger, though, as being more able to threaten, you know, if they just let us get in the Stinger onto Sorin for some damage, then we can finish it off. So hopefully they're like, Sorin can take 2, no big deal, right? Ooh, Sorin got thirsty, and now we're in more trouble. All right. Oh, it is just coming up us. So, when you start with a loss, don't worry, you get into the loser's bracket, and then it's easy to rattle off 7 wins. Yeah, fun way to start the week, but I can't not play anything here, so we're gonna... although, I don't know how we take care of this if not with finishing it somehow. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe we ignore Sorin for right now. But we're just falling way behind. Yeah, that's a good point on reading on their finisher. I guess we have to play ours. I mean, this is bad. This is why I'm talking about already losing. But we really needed to get this through, connect with Sorin, and take out the finisher. So speaking of finisher, yes, they probably have a finisher. Do we give it to them here in exchange for the Celebrant? It could also just be a trick that saves the Celebrant. It doesn't necessarily need to be a finisher. It could just be +2, +0, and it's indestructible. That would do it. But basically, if we block, we're trading for something besides the Celebrant. There's no way they're suiciding the Celebrant into the finisher. The question is, I mean, if we take that trade, we have nothing to pressure Soren with. But if we don't take the if we don't trade for something, they're just going to play something after. Well, I'm going to say no blocks now. It's not that much damage, and we can see a little bit. Yeah. No need to trade for it yet. Maybe we'll find removal of our own. Oh yeah, maybe they don't have. All right. Well, let's see what happens here. It also could be like the Gideon hates you card. Probably Gideon hates you. No? Maybe nothing?
I have survived worse than you.
Well, we don't need to... They don't have counter magic colors, so we can just pass with Tyrant Scorn up.
Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
Thank you for the sub. Appreciate that.
What a mess I've made.
We could use Scorn on that, but we're not gonna. We're gonna see what else they come up with. More land for us, finally. We could even Tameo, but with this anti-Planeswalker out, I am not super into dropping a Planeswalker right now. Let's just drop a Nurturer. Yeah, I'm not sure what Oppo is up to. This is kind of confusing. Maybe they're just flooding. It happens.
Vampirism is a useful trait.
Must have just drawn that, though, or why wouldn't they have played it last turn, right? Bloom Hulk. Interesting. Tolsimir. Could Kasmina and try and find some land. Well, now we got options. It was easier just to moan about our lack of options. Now I actually have to think and play Magic. So, 5 mana. We don't have a 2-spell turn here. We've got, we would need a 3 to go along with the Tyrant Scorn. So we're playing 1 spell. I still don't want it to be a Planeswalker with Sorin out. Although it only does 1, so it's also possible that's correct. We can just use... Let's just go Tolsimir and take out the Cruel Celebrant. Yeah, exactly. Not the best target, but we got to do something. Funny thing is, like, that... I mean, we have good stuff, but I don't even... It's like we have so much good stuff, I don't even care about this toll. It's like it doesn't even do that much to our long-term ability here. If they don't take Tameo, then whatever they take, if we decided we desperately needed it, we can get back with Tameo. Return Tolsimir to our... Oh, really? Well, we have to try and take this offer, right? But I'm going to try and do it with the non-Tolsimir cards in case we want to bring back Tolsimir with Tyrant Scorn. And we've noted that this could be a trick. Like, they've made some attacks with Cruel Celebrant that that make me think we could get blown out here. But I'm even willing to trade Finisher and this Wolf token for whatever trick they have, given the strength of our hand behind it. So we're going to go ahead and make him have it. That's what we expected. No big deal. We're going to play Tithe Bearer of our own here. and threaten another double block. No, battlefield promotion gives them first strike, so they got to wipe out our blockers. I don't even care about their life total. This is a board control situation. I care about the fact that our board control is effectively lost here. We're gonna have to. Oh, really? That's interesting. Well, I'm gonna take the Celebrant here. If they've got, they may have the finisher. We had them on a read for a finisher of their own, but we can't play around that anymore. So we're gonna make them have that too. Not the best, but it's 2 for 1 at least. Thank you, Team Wizards of the Coast, for throwing me up on the Magic channel. Appreciate that. I would say welcome Raiders or whatever, but there's only the one person who turned on the WotC stream or whatever. Thanks for hooking us up. And I would say hello to my former coworkers like I usually do when I end up on the WotC stream, except they're all on vacation right now. So the halls are pretty empty at Wizards, I expect. We have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana available to us. What are we going to do with it? We can Mowu and Vivian. I guess we need to Tyrant Scorn the Tidebearer. Not our favorite thing to do with... not our favorite thing to bounce, obviously, but better than losing. And this may give us enough time between bouncing Tyrant Scorn. In fact, maybe we even attack Sorin a bit, because we don't need... Yeah, we just need one of our globes.
I am familiar with pain.
And we'll go Mowu. No, yeah, I guess it didn't even matter. The globe casts Scorn no matter what we leave behind. We're just gonna lose to stupid Sorin.
My need for blood.
So not the best, but next turn we can drop another creature and at least be able to block and trade with Tidebearer. And we have a... Well, Toll's interesting. I was gonna say what we're really looking for is our Spark Harvest, or yeah, right? Spark Harvest, is that right? Anyway, we have something that can reach out and kill a Planeswalker. We just don't have it here. We could also play Tameo and try to find that. 5, 6 mana, 7 if we tap the Nurturer. So let's go Toll, and then decide if we need to Tameo or Grizzly here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We can Tameo... Maybe that's just the best thing? I don't know what they ended up... Yeah, maybe we just have to do that.
Let us have a storied battle worth retelling. I think you will find my notes helpful.
No luck. We can still Toll, though. If we do, we are... chumping, though. And I don't like chumping, so I'm actually going to Grizzly here. Well, no, we can chump with the Amass token. Never mind. I will do it, because we can chump with the Amass token. So that's fine.
The weak feed the strong.
56 life. I really want to win this now with our 56 life. We can also bring something back if we thought that would help. Finisher, for example. Actually, we can do that. We can attack, bring back, and finish. And then play Chronic Strangler and even have a double block. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Or maybe we do it this way. Let's see. We go Finisher. Yeah, we can do it. We don't need this mana. Oh, Mohu has Vigilance. Very good point. Let's do that. And Trample. Great point.
Do not provoke me.
I have learned much from my ancestors.
Could even Kasmina here. Actually, let's Kasmina. No, I don't want to Kasmina. Well, we make a 2/2. Just gotta make sure we can block and trade with everything if we Kasmina. And we can. Let's do that.
Listen up, and I'll teach you hone your control.
Ooh. And I'm gonna ditch this island. We don't even need it. A little bit. A little bit. We do have a ways to go here. We're gonna play like they got nothing, because what else can we do? Well, Snare Spinner, Callous Dismissal, Spark Harvest, Death Sprout, and Tithe Bearer are our only cards left. I don't want a Tameo anymore, or else we're going to mill ourselves. I think we gotta just return something with Tameo once.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Now, how do we do 56 damage? I guess we bring back... Yeah, we can get Mowu back. Let's do that. We're going plan Mowu.
No tail should be discarded.
Should probably have done Kasmina first, but I got into the groove of what I was doing there and just kept it up.
Are loyal geniuses.
I'm gonna send everything but Nurturer. Well, I guess I'll send everything because we have Mowu back on Vigilant D. It's 4 to activate. I guess we'll just take the Wrangler. Papa Big Country says, been a fan on YouTube and watching the stream for the first time. You're not the only one. We have another first-time YouTube viewer who came to hang out today. So, awesome. Glad you're here. Oh, it's not working for you, huh? Cardboard Live looks like it's working for me. How's it working for others? Yeah, I see it working for me, so might just be you. Try a refresh. Blocking with Mowu. Hopefully they don't have another finisher. So now we're in a tough spot. How do we gain life? Is there a way to gain life in the deck even? Snare Spinner. Well, Callous Dismissal would be a good draw. Death Sprout. We can't attack, though, until we find those things. Yeah, we can't get Tolsimir back, though. We don't have any means to return Tolsimir at this point. So, probably going to lose. But we're not fully dead yet because we can now hold... No, we're not. We don't just lose, but what we need to do is kill the Celebrant next. Well, then let's look for. Let's see. Can we get any? There's our Spark Harvest. Does that go to the bottom? God damn it. That was the one card we needed. Well, let's see if they attack. Let's make them attack, right? They might not. Uh-oh, they figured it out. Well, I was really happy with how we fought back in that one. We looked for our outs and found a lot of them. Just Oppo found just the right thing. Yeah, I can move where I'm at for war. That sucks. But I'll wait till there's a Planeswalker to worry about. Just remind me then. Well, we fought a good fight with some less than optimal library luck, so maybe it'll turn around this less than optimal library luck, he said. Not gonna worry about this Grizzly. It's kind of our 23rd card. Well, with this opening, I'm glad we mulliganed into that opener. That first hand we saw could have been okay if we knew our opponent was control. But we did not know that, so we didn't risk it. And happy to see them go turn 1 aggro card, turn 2 play a land, basically. Same as before, I need to find our 3rd land. Alright, 3rd land in. It does look like we are playing friend of the stream, Foil King. I'm sure Foil King will come in afterwards and give us a GG. Alright, they took my 3-drop, but still not under insane pressure, and we do have Kasmina into Bloomhulk. Although if we do Globe for Kasmina, we can't do Globe for Tolsimir, so we got to keep that in mind. I'm willing to go with Kasmina here. Like, well, actually, maybe we need Tolsimir. I'm changing my mind. I think we need to use this Globe to use Tolsimir to control the board a little bit. So I'm going to actually go with a low-value Bloomhulk, which is to say merely a 4/4 for 4, no proliferate. which is really sad because we have these 2 proliferate targets in hand, but we're just under too much pressure to try and set that up. So, gotta just accept sometimes your cards have rules text that doesn't matter. Making the king here have an answer to the Bloom Hulk, or they're kind of stuck. I mean, they can attract with Dreadmalkin, but other than that, they're stuck without support. And I'm blocking. I was gonna say, if they come at me with Herald or whatever, we're blocking because I just want to make it to 5 mana so we can drop Tolsimir and clear the board a little. Nice Conjurant there from Oppo. We got a Tolsimir, but that Conjurant's rough. However, at least Tolsimir is gonna... Let's see, what are we gonna do? You can eat the Dreadmalkin. We can trade with the Herald. I think we eat the Dreadmalkin and then have blockers after that. Stinks that we're sending away one of our blue sources when we're stuck with blue cards in hand, but I think this is correct. And then we're any land away from Tidebearer and setting up a nice defense on the ground for what has been a nice start from our friend the Foil King. If they send with a Conjurant, how are we blocking? Probably just going to double block Tolsimir and Tolsimir's Wolf. But if Oppo does not attack, if the king sits back, then hopefully we find a land and just go into Tidebearer and really set up our ground defense before finding some blue and then dropping Planeswalkers. But there are draws in our deck that just leave us with nothing to do next turn except sit back on D. Opportunist. We were debating when we picked Opportunist. We had also the 2/2 for the Operative. We went Opportunist over Operative on the theory that Opportunist could close out a game that was stalled out, and we're going to see about that here. I'm a little worried about this Saheeli. Turning a Saheeli token into a Herald is a sweet play because you do get the Amass if you block and kill it. My wife just let me know she successfully adulted. We're doing our year-end adulting. Oh yeah, good point. Sorry, I wasn't even thinking about Conjurant's ability. It's been a while. Thanks for calling that out. It would be silly to double block Conjurant. So really what we have to do is figure out... Well, no, it removes that many. So I need to read my cards. No, it would be fine. It would kill it, right? So when if it would be dealt damage, remove that many counters. It's not like the old kind that only remove one. So if we double block, we get the result we want. And boy, they are so obviously up to something. But what do we do? Do we just take this? Do we just offer one? Are there any team pumps? Like I kind of want to offer both and say save one but not both. Or is there anything that can happen for 3 mana? That would cause, like, if we block like this, is what I'm saying. Like, what's the double blowout risk of this? Is there deal? And I don't even mind, like, the nice thing about double blocking here is, let's say Foil King knocks out one of these. They still do 3 damage to the Conjurant. Man, if they're playing Stoneblades, I'm gonna tip my cap and at least say they're trades. I'm gonna go for it. What you got, Foil King? What you up to over there? Yeah, it could be finisher. Again, though, lots of, you know, I don't consider that a blowout. Like, finisher's not a blowout here. I was really looking for the one spell that just turns all of that into wins, you know? Like, that's all fine to me. All that's fine. We could send Wolf at Saheeli. If they let it go, we get to finish. And if... So we could send both. And then worst case is they block Opportunist with the 3/3, and we can at least take out the 3/3 with the Opportunist, or with the finisher. So I'm going to send both at Saheeli and see if we can get her off the board. Somewhat of a desperate attack here. The Opportunist is basically fodder in this attack. Alright, that's about the block I was expecting, unfortunately, but I'm going to play the finisher as something that can at least trade with the current army token, and man, how it goes from here just depends on what Foil King has to turn Saheeli into a real threat. At the very least, they have nothing to copy. Like, you can't really copy... Well, now they do, but you can't copy a zombie army or else you make a 0/0. Yeah, we really need... island off the top would be nice, but I'll just take any land just to play the Tithe Bearer. Let's get a decent creature going. Alright, that'll do. I'm gonna send the finisher, try to trade for that army. Alright, they're just letting that happen. Little pause there, but they have Shriek Diver, which can gain haste at any time, so that might be what that was about. Well, that's not fair. Alright, the nice thing about being in an O2 bracket is... you're against a lot of terrible decks that you can try and get 7 wins off of. Man, we're really being punished so far. Had some bad luck in the first game, but now our color greed is getting to us. 2 dead cards in hand currently. Hard to overcome a Nicol Bolas, especially hard to overcome a Nicol... We even got our island, but it's like... Great, we got our island, and... if we play a Planeswalker, Oppo can then copy whatever we do. So maybe we go we go looking for Spark Harvest again, I guess. I mean, there's not much else to do.
I would like to test a new hypothesis with you.
So, same plan we had last time. We were up against a must-kill Planeswalker. And same result. We mill ourselves for 4 and get nothing out of it. All right.
You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
Nah, we can just sack land to bowl us for now. We need stuff on the board. Untap, get another shot at Spark Harvest. If they send that, we will double block. Alright, well, now if they send that, we're going to chump. Maybe we don't. I guess they send both Diver and Army. It's not even fair. Foil King knows our deck.
You are setting a bad example.
I think we're dead.
Seek and find.
If we find Spark Harvest, I don't even think we used it on Bolus now. We just used it. I should just find something. I should go for Callous Dismissal. Yeah, I should have gone for Callous Dismissal. Then we could bounce the army. Alright, well, let's go.
Impressive, and I may offer my guidance. Join my cause.
My schemes are never ending.
Yep, this is all about Foil King cheating, I'm sure of it. I would damage my vocal cords if I tried to imitate Bolas. Alright, well. Sure. This'll work.
You're making it difficult to work.
Every day is a new lesson.
Alright, drew it naturally. I guess we... Hey, straight up.
Another time, Planeswalker.
And again, we don't really have the time to plus Tameo, so I should probably pick what we want from her and get it back and be done with Tameo. What's going to be best for us? We've got Tulsimir we can't cast right now, so should leave that. Bloom Hulk doesn't really do much. What do we do about that flyer? Maybe we just get the Spark Harvest back? Yeah, I guess we just get the Spark Harvest back again.
I follow the tracks of the wise.
Yeah, if I could have recast the Spark Harvest right there, I would have, but we only had 2 black for the turn. Yikes. Well, now we got a Death Sprout. Well, let's let him put a bunch into... I mean, it tips our hand that I'm not going to cast this Spark Harvest a little bit. But what we're hoping here is that Oppo pumps the Invader. We're going to let the Invader go through. right, you're gonna be that way about it. Not even gonna sacrifice one. Not even gonna go for it even a little bit. All right, maybe they have. Obviously, Foil King is stream sniping. I'm kidding, by the way. But we are going to take out the invader here. Well, now we don't need to use the Spark Harvest on the Shriek Diver. We've got a natural block. And I'm wondering if we should just take out Saheeli before Saheeli makes a bunch of Shriek Divers. I'm going to do that. Means we're relying a lot on the Snare Spinner here. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. We could just take out the Shriek Diver, and then Saheeli can't make Shriek Divers, right? Oh yeah, we're gonna cast it for 5. I'm just trying to figure out if we're casting it targeting Saheeli or Shriek Diver, and I'm really not sure. But also, yeah, we have 8 cards to deal 20 damage. That's our big problem. I guess given that... yeah, Saheeli could make a bunch of chumps. We need to get through chumps. Copying the Reaver doesn't make more tokens, though. It just makes it 1/2, so that's not a big deal. But the chumpers are the big deal. And, in fact, ahead of trying to win with our remaining Tithebearer Giant or whatever, we need to... I'm going to go ahead and send in the 2/2. Just because, yeah, we need to... We somehow have to do 18 more points of damage in 8 cards.
Someone gets. Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah, Spinner's doing work. There's our giant. Okay. Where are we gonna put that? We might make a 3/3, and then it would take like a bunch of both devils to be able to kill it. Or we lose our New Horizons
No one has seen
and our
my
lives.
face and lived. I don't think you'll be needing that. The more, the messier.
Well, we're not beating this Grixis Super Friends deck here.
All I've left you is pain.
I think we just are dead. I don't know about mostly Mama, but here you go.
But your friend here is only mostly dead.
All right, so they're looking to kill, and then... All right, yeah, that's all fine. Don't even use Tyrant Scorn here. Well, that wouldn't have changed anything that I saw. Scorning the token, because either we kill the 1/1 and it throws a point around, or we either we kill the devil and it throws a point, or we kill the other one and the devil dies and throws another point. There was no, I didn't see a way that made any difference. Resonator saves us 2 life. I mean, I'm looking, we need to use this on creatures, not on life. If you bounce a yeah, it would die. Oh no, it wouldn't die. Yeah, maybe it wouldn't die. Yeah, we could have bounced it. Yeah, that's a reasonable point. I was thinking about destroy, but I could have bounced it. So that is reasonable. Still don't think it changes anything. Still think we can't win in our library size, but you're right. Yeah, I was thinking of the wrong mode. Stryonek Resonator. I mean, Foil King can try and make us discard the spell, but it was game in many ways. I think it was game when they played Nicol Bolas. Well, all right. Sometimes is how it goes. That's why I really don't like this format, honestly. Frankly, coming back to War just reminds me why I actually kind of didn't like it. I can go the rest of my life without heavy planeswalkers in my limited. Says the guy about to go draft Vintage Cube tonight, but that's different. GG Foil King, I hate you. You can go suck it. And this is just, I think, are we 3 for 3 on 3 of Identical Land opener in our 3-color deck? Like, nah, unfortunately, Foil King did not do that. Foil King just reminded me of what I think the major problems of War of the Spark Limited are. I'm gonna keep this. We have Toll on 3. We'll find, if we find a forest, we're in great shape. It's got, this is a high risk. I'm banking our game on forests coming by, but you know, we have 8 of them plus 2. We have basically 10 ways to get this New Horizons online, so I thought it was worth keeping. All right, we are failing to get on board on 2. I hate that in this format, but we basically accepted that by keeping a 3-swamp Toll hand. And now we're going to get run over? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Well, we're going to Toll here. Try to not get run over too badly. Enforcer Griffin. Herald. Ugh, this is rough. But I guess we got to take Herald or else they curve out into too much power. Look at this. They're just curving. Come on. Welcome back to streaming, Ryan, where you do nothing all day long and like it. I mean, they find this. Wow. Well, we got a blocker. I mean, our deck is fine, folks. It's not amazing. We called it Garbage Collector because that's funny, but it's not a garbage deck. It's fine. Well, I don't know what else they drew, but we're gonna try and take out this. Disagreed. We have... How many sources do you want, Doc? We got 7 sources of blue. 7 sources of blue for like four or 5 blue cards. I think we're fine on that front. I think they were offering Vizier in exchange for all that damage, figuring that they could finish us off from 6 pretty easily, and I frankly think they might be correct. We can toll and play... We can get the toll back next turn if we want it. If they don't find another land, we get to toll this Enforcer Griffin. I think if they get the Griffin down, we are just dead. So let's start with Kasmina.
And learn your true power.
We need to, like, find a 2 here.
My students are loyal and brilliant.
All right, Tolsimir's a good draw if we can survive. Because we're going to go to 1. If they tap our... Oh, no, it's enough. They can't tap anything we've got. Okay, never mind. We're not going to 1. I was thinking... So at least Law Rune can't tap our stuff. Ha ha ha. And then we'll eat the Law Rune so that our other stuff doesn't get tapped and can be on defense. Again, this is a big problem. And we're not dead yet, though. This is the time for this. It looks like we're dead, but
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
okay. So we make this block, or we're dead, or we can chump and eat. Maybe chump. Let's think about this, because if we chump and eat, Tolsimir can come down and threaten to double block and straight up trade. So we go like this and like this. We still survive next turn, right? I'm going to do this. And hope they don't have land Griffin. If they have land Griffin, I don't know what to do. Lose, I guess. Be salty about an 0-3. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to be better. You all think I'm salty here. You should see me losing when I'm not on stream. I like scare the dog and worry my wife. So I really need to get a hold of my gamer emotions when I'm not on stream. You guys make it easy, actually. It's easy to be nice when I'm on stream.
We are the future.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can get Wrangler into Tolsimir. That's pretty good. Oh, don't do that. Oh, we can't. Oh, we can't do it all. It requires too much green, huh? So we can't get it both, unfortunately. Dionysus giving me an early GG. I'm going to try and prove him wrong. I'm going to take out the army token and not the martyr. Because by taking out the army token, we keep the... Oh, battalion is a 5/4, and it can actually be... Oh, is a 1-for-1 trade with a double block as a 5/4. Maybe I could afford an attack there, but I'm just going to stay back out of an abundance of caution, figuring that... getting that extra attack in is unlikely to be the difference maker here. It's not my focus. And since I'm basically out of hourglasses and need to make quick decisions, I decided not to attack.
Strife makes monsters of us all.
We've already faced a Sorin once. Why do we have to face another Sorin? Jeez. Okay. We could toll the Griffin. Might need to just get the toll back so we can not die to the Griffin when that hits. And start there. We can't let him resolve this Griffin or we just die to it, right? So we gotta get the toll and get rid of their Griffin.
The storied past holds our future.
Oh no! Well, that's a bummer. So we take one Enforcer Griffin, and we hope to find the removal with our draw step to get rid of the other one.
What a mess I've made.
I'm finding my way to no tilt. I mean, I don't know what I should do differently. I think we had a really interesting draft in which we drafted the hard way and looked for what was open. I mean, I think we did everything right, and sometimes you do everything right in Magic and you lose, and I think that's what's happening here. But
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
we're still mostly dead. This is not GG. Just looks like it. So, we can go... Let's go trade. Eat. And 6 is not 7, so we can pile on here and not everything dies. We lose 2 of those. Keep one of these, keep this. But let's do it this way. In case we end up wanting to bounce Tulsimir, we draw a bounce for that. Draw Spark Harvest, we're in reasonable shape. No Sparky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total mana. So we can Guild Globe and look for it. We can even Tithe Bearer and look for it. But I suppose we start with looking for it via Tameo.
I know I noted this somewhere.
Why can't we Tithe Bearer? I mean, we are in that desperation space, but I think we start with the Guild Globe. Although Tithe Bearer is a reasonable... I still don't understand the point. Can't Tithe Bearer and still harvest. I don't understand why you're saying that. But now we're dead. Took our shots. Wow, what a draft. Yeah, but we were just trying to win the game. That was my idea. My idea was to find the spell that makes that not kill us, but we didn't. Wow, nice 03 to start the post-Christmas stream.
Vampirism is a useful trait.
I don't know, folks. Deck was good. I blame Foil King. Pairs up intentionally with his monster deck. I'm saying his because Foil King's name does have the word king in it, so I'm assuming.
Knowledge
But look,
is the greatest virtue.
With the courage to
we got a
apply
Royal Scions. All right. Deck seemed slow. It played slow, but it had the tools. We just didn't draw the early end. It played out slow, odd no, but if you go look at the deck, it had plenty of early action. What's up, Walrus? All right, claim this weak-ass prize. Open some packs and say goodbye to YouTube, or open our pack. All right, a little bit of extra grind to try and make up for the sadness. But I still feel sad. 50 gems, what a joke. Wow. All right, well, sorry we didn't do better for you, YouTube friends. A quick one. Humbling one. Haven't had an 03. When's our last 03?
Some say I never heard of ya.
I'm gonna try to find our last 03 was on the 2nd. So we got a lot. We've gone almost the month without a 03, but we got one there. I don't know what other decisions I was supposed to make. Felt like we made good decisions, and the magic gods were not there for us this time. It happens. I'm staying pretty salt-free given that, but you know, thanks for your help with that. I think if I were off air, I would be scaring the dog right now, but thanks to you, I can keep it together. It's magic. We love it anyway. Thanks for hanging out, YouTube. We'll catch you in the next draft.